black smoky eye. It's going to be a partial talk through, and some of it will be sped through so that it is not extremely long. I know nobody likes to sit through a long video. If you are interested in seeing how I achieve this smoky eye, then just please keep watching. I'll be starting with my eyelids. Normally the first step that you should do is prime your eyelid, but because I'm not keeping the makeup on, I'm not gonna prime. However, if this is something that you're going to wear out, I highly suggest that you prime your eyelid because it keeps your eyeshadow from creasing and it makes it more long wearing, especially if you have more oily eyelids. So step number one should be priming, but since I'm skipping that, I'm gonna go straight into putting my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black on my eyelid, and this is gonna act as my base. I'm using this Morphe brush like this, and I'll be picking the product up and just spreading it all over my lid. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want a nice coating of a base. If you don't cover every single inch of your eyelid, it's still gonna be fine because you'll be putting an eyeshadow on top of that. Okay, from there, you wanna go ahead and blend out the edges so that it's just kind of softened up and not as harsh as it is right now. I'm going to use this Morphe brush as well and just blend the edges. From there, I'm going to go ahead and grab a blending brush. I'll be using this Morphe brush. By the way, all the brushes that I'm using today are from Morphe. Unless I say otherwise, they're all from Morphe. I'm going to pick up my normal crease color, which is Saddle by MAC, right here. Put some product on the brush, tap off the excess, and go ahead and get to blending. So now that the crease color is down, it's time to go ahead and add our black shadow. I'm taking this flat brush right here, going into the color Corrupt, which is a black shadow, matte black shadow by Makeup Geek, and putting the product on the brush to put it directly on the black shadow that we placed as a base first. Okay, so once your black shadow has been placed, we're going to repeat the following step, which is going back into our crease color and blending. So I'm going back into the blending brush, putting more saddle on the brush, and I'm going to put it on my eyelid in a windshield wiper motion, which just means back and forth, back and forth. And what I started to do was bring the crease color a little bit above my crease so that when I put my next color directly into the crease, it still looks like a gradient effect. So the next step is to go ahead and deepen up our crease. The way that we're going to deepen our crease and create the gradient effect is by adding a dark brown shadow directly into the crease and blending it in between the black shadow and the lighter brown shadow. For that, I will be going into my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar and going into the color Truffled. And I'll be using this brush right here to put it directly into my crease. So exactly where your eyelid socket is, you're gonna put it there. And then from there, I'm just gonna take another clean brush that doesn't have any product on it, and I'm gonna do some blending before I add any more color to my eyelid, because once you get too far into the process and you try to blend everything afterwards, it just takes a lot more time and it's a lot more difficult to achieve a blended look. So if you do the blending in between each step, it just saves you a lot of time and a lot of work. to go back into the color Saddle by MAC with the same blending brush that we were using originally, and we're going to blend the top part of our smoky eye out. I'm going to go back into the brush that had the black shadow on it and place some more of the black shadow on the lid, just because it seems like it's gotten washed out a little bit in the process of us blending. And then after that, I'll check to see if everything looks good. One more time into our crease color Saddle, just to make sure everything is perfectly blended. Okay, so everything is blended to my liking, and as you can see, we have a nice gradient effect of the black shadow into the darker brown into the lighter brown. And then from there, by the time we finish doing our brow bone color, it'll be into a lighter color. So I got the gradient effect that I wanted. I'm gonna go off camera and do the rest of my face, and then when I come back, I'll show you how I complete my bottom lash line for the smoky eye, because you can't have a smoky eye without a smoked out bottom lash. Un momento, por favor. So to line my bottom waterline, I will be using this L'Oreal Color Rich eyeliner pencil in the color black. I put the eyeliner in my waterline. Now what I'm gonna do is, with the same pencil, go ahead and put some right underneath my lash line. And I'm gonna do a thin line because I don't want it to get out of control. Thin and very close to the lash line. And now I'm gonna smudge out the liner using this, I guess you call it pencil brush by e.l.f. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go back into the blending brush that I had earlier, and I'm also gonna go back into the saddle color that I had, and I'm just going to put that on top of the black liner that I smudged out. Now I'm going to go into this gold color right here called Magic Act by Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to put it on the inner corner of my eye, the tear duct, and also in the bottom lash line. Now it's time to put the mascara on our eyelashes, and if you were going to put falsies on, this would be the time to do so. However, I don't really wear false lashes, so I'm only going to put the mascara on my eyes right now. As I previously stated, I do not wear falsies, but if you would like a tutorial on how to apply false lashes, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. So just like the video, and I'll make sure I get that up for you too if that's something that you want. But comment below and let me know as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoy this video, and if you do, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button that's down there at the bottom, and to also subscribe to my channel so that you can see the videos and tutorials that are upcoming.